Alright, everybody. It's that time again. That's right, we gotta do job quest. We're gonna do all the job quests up to level 50. That's what I have opened up right now. Marks of Mastership. Master of Marksmanship. Marksmanship. I can't read tonight. For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shoot that bleeding thing, right? Here's a few pointers before we start so you don't put around through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger. Not too bloody hard, mind. And boom goes the firearm. It's your shots will decide what kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about that contraption at your waist. Now, I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me it draws on the ether in your body and turns it into a spark. What'll feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your soul of the machinist. I based the design on more traditional soul crystals, and it will act as a focal point for the energy conversions performed by the ethereal transformer. That would be the contraption Rustano mentioned. Okay. You have learned all the man to 30. Okay. All right. That's all you're getting for now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. Or you could throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket with cur. That's your choice. Now. Oh. Oh, hold on. I don't have a mount for this. Oh man. What am I gonna use for a mount? Oh. No, it's Christmas time. Let's do something festive. I don't see that. I don't have many festive Christmassy stuff. Oh, I got the bear. I got the bear. Do we want the polar bear or the starlight bear? Yes, yeah, let's use this. We're supposed to get another mount for Christmas, apparently. For the Starlight celebration as well. There's actually, yeah, they've announced the next. Or willing to take the test, and the rules are simple. Make your way towards the Lalafell and shoot what you're told to shoot. I shoot everything. I shall await you at the end of your trial, Ronald. I have every confidence that you shall impress our instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. I'll be giving your instructions while I eyeball your markings. Huh? Golem will be your first target, but then getting a feel. Try to avoid them calls. You don't want to waste your ammo. What do you mean ammo? I don't have ammo. I don't have an ammo limit. How do you know that? Oh, we have Chinese guys like Oh, there they are. They could have just put me all the way down here, you know? I'm not the best at this, by the way. Like, if anybody is around to watch this and they're like, oh, I wonder if he's good at hacking it, it's like, no, garbage. The jobs I'm playing is mainly for hunting for bombs. Bombs. You didn't give me a cursor, you know about? I don't know where your bombs are, sir. Oh. Oh, I guess so, this one. Oh. Yeah, this is terrible. This is kind of bad. This is a bad design for this duty. Like, I really don't have a clue where to go. Yep, that way, didn't it? Didn't I? Oh, that's... Oh, that's... Well, this is not good. Oh, there they are. I'm about to walk right past them because I'm like... Yeah, I looked away to read something. I'm still doing that whole thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'll just do other things in the background while trying to do a recording or stream of doing things, and it takes 14 hours to do, and then it takes forever for it to be complete. Did I just get... Okay. I thought the thing actually got me. Huh? Alright, there we go. Not bad. Let's see you against some proper nasty stuff. Oh god, here we go. Think he done enough for a beginner? No, I want to do more. Not by a long shot. want him to fail. I ain't letting you cheat. And so will I. What you gotta do last? Come on, man. I can handle this. Whoa. Scum. Come on, Ron. Hey. How am I supposed to learn if you think he's cheating? Just where? Oh, we're not fighting these things, are we? Let's do it. Oh, come on. These ain't gonna hurt. Okay, they don't hurt, not at all. Oh, I think I see what you mean, right? You might need some help. If, say, for a moment, all this aggro, it would be a bad time. But at the same time, it's like... I guess we're done. I guess so. Oh, no, I mean, I get why she's angry about the fact that, but at the same time, it's like this is training, and it helps. If I soloed it all, I could solo it. It's just, you know, I don't have to get angry if he bends the rules to where it's like, oh yeah, let's do harder content for you, harder challenge. You bring them skins then? Huh. Even with youngness help, you did well, lass. You will return to the manufactory with us then. I said you did well, not that we were done. You still got one last target to take down. Me. You don't have to win. The man truly is being bothersome, Ronald. Would you be so kind as give the instructor a good drubbing? Yeah, I could give him a few rounds. Don't rush your shots, breathe, think fire. What? I'm not supposed to run around like a maniac and fire? Like this? He's on his like, you act like this is the hardest challenge alive. You saved the manufactory. Well, there you are, instructor. Ronald has proven his potential beyond the shadow of the doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? I, I've, I'll come back to your bloody workshop. But do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland? No. I have no love for Lanaskia. In fact, I'd be happy I ever saw the place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a sack of for a sack of guilt the size of my bloody head. I don't know who was who we I don't know who he was working for, but some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor, so I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory? Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I ain't seen the sod before, but but if saw me face at the workshop, the boss is gonna want to go back. I reckon. Pity I already spent it all on grog. No, you're not wiggling through my grasp that easy. I shall pay this debt, and in return you shall instruct every would-be missionist who walks through our door. You got one bugger worth teaching, at least. I guess it's back into the frigid arms of Lady Ishgar for me. Was that why, your lordship? The Hollandite coffers aren't exactly fit to bursting. Oh yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin, but I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, eh, me lordship? That you cannot, my dear. Westwell may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts not concluded to his satisfaction. But that the man would confide in me his troubles, I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you, Ronald, you have exceeded my every expectation. Pray join me back at the manufactory, that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Sky Manufactory. Oh, that's what they were talking about. Remember, I only unlocked this job just to try and level it, but then I got distracted for so long. I think I've had this job unlocked since Shadowbringer? But I didn't do anything really with it. Because I unlocked the job because somebody was going on and on and on about it. And I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. But then I fell back into being monk again. And I didn't touch it since. I didn't touch any job since, but when I did the Halloween event, I started thinking and realizing I need to level this job because I need it for, the whatchamacallit. The, forget what it's called. I'm sorry. The savior of the Sky Steel Manufactory. I had hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers concealed me with a worrisome prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, don't need that, I must ask you with a dated model I gave you at Camp Overlook. And I must send a message to you from Rustadell. He asked that you take the skills he had taught you thus far and master them in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. He means to offer you further instruction once you display a significant level of competence, and such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, eh, Ronald? You mean just run around and shoot? Yeah, hypercharge! to make this question. Wait, 35. Okay. Oh, there's the heat gauge. Oh, good. I have to move that though. I think I can put it here. Yeah, that works. The heat gauge. Performing certain weapon skills will increase the heat gauge, and once it is high enough, the action a hypercharge will become available. Using hypercharge overheats your weapon, allows you to use a heat blast and auto crossbow. Okay. So, there it is, hypercharge. And there's heat blast. I don't have that action yet, it seems. Always the last place you look. There's my heat blast. Training, Ronald. Have you become practiced at defeating your foes from a distance? With the range of our weapons, even skyborn dragons will learn to respect the threat posed by a trained mechanist. Despite the proven efficiency of our cannons and ballistas, however, many knights of Ishgard continue to eschew firearms in favor of the spear and the sword. Ah, the creaky chains of tradition. Hark! The very creaking I spoke of draws near. Yeah. The stifling heat. I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised you would complain about heat considering it's Ishgard. I mean, that's kind of counterproductive. That's kind of like contradictory. Nurse, I could scarcely bear the sight of my own son garbed in such filthy garments. Why must you persist in this infatuation with smithing of all things? Because how else do you make weapons? You think they just it's called machinery? It's a machinery. And you need not come at all if the air in the workshop so offends you. Would that I could shed this odious duty, but as manufactory chief, I must needs supervise its operations. Supervise. Barely visit but once a moon. and regulate every management task to formulate. Whatever. Smithing is a commoner's profession, even as overseer. Even as overseer is the role of a noble. So that's what I hate. It's so backwards. It's like without smithing, without blacksmiths, without smithing, Ishgard would fall apart because they wouldn't have weapons, and yet they treat blacksmiths and smithers like they're nothing. It's like I would have been like, in that case, you make the weapons. You're all so great. Do them yourselves. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I guess you assume that they just fall out of the sky and all of a sudden that they just magically appear. It's like no. As one of the four founders of Ishgard, House enjoys a privileged position, but misfortune has waged a constant war of attrition on our forces, and our claim to that position grows weak. Oh, must we attend to our duties with common zeal, even duties as common as this one? I never liked. I really don't like this person's politics and stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Because they let religion and stuff in their past rule them. We shall not suffer this mean predicament forever. No, my son, you will reclaim the honor of our family with spear in hand. You must needs become a knight of skill, non-parallel, and bear our flag onto the field of battle. Mother, the face of war changes with each passing day. Soon will come a time when mechanists shall form the bulk of our armies. If you cling to these stagnant ideas of yours, you will be swept over by the waves that carry us forward. I tire of your flights of fancies, Deferani. Without successes to back them, your arguments ring as empty as my treasure room. Success, huh? The Holy See has announced a tournament. You will best serve your house by returning to the practice field and free in the melee. I regret that you were subject to our squabbles, but Father's attitude is sadly representative of a greater part of Ishgard's populace. Their heads may as well be made from the stones of the city walls. I have, however, designed a weapon of such brilliance that the light of its potential will penetrate even the densest mind. Joy will accompany me to Raincatcher Gully to gather materials for the prototype. Why don't you join us? Practice your marksmanship in Ishgard will only invite suspicion and ridicule. And this is the perfect opportunity to receive further tutelage from Rostadel, that you might also train under the warm rays of Lanaskian's sun, simply a fortress fan. Well, that's the thing too. The reason why this place placed in Alaska also near what Limsa Laminsa. It's because the admiral or the navigator she uses a gun. So I guess that's why they were so close there. Which is like, if Ishgard has a problem with this, why don't we just all move to Limsa and build the manufactory there? Rebuild the manufactory in Limsa, and then ask the navigator and admiral. Yeah, the navigator. I forgot her name. Oh my goodness. Milbrid? I think that's her name. Yeah, I ask her to like kind of fund it in a way, find a way to fund it. Because it is true that if Ishgard had guns, oh boy. Imagine how easy things would be in the battlefield. It'd also be scary at the what? there a story here with this thing? What are you? Get yourself dragged out here as well, did you? The boss said a magic tech part, and I just had to open my big glob about this Garlean oh, okay. The moment he said Magitech, I realized what that was. It's been rusting here for 9 years now, though, so any useful bits and bobs were likely stripped out. But seeing as we trekked all this bloody way, we might as well see how far you've come in your shooting. Go say hello to the other two and keep them safe while they could trade on their ground journey. Yeah. I don't... Yeah. I don't think we've seen this model actually in-game. Like, these were used in 1.0, if I remember. Ah, your game's splendid. Though I'm afraid the rewards have yet to be the risk of this monster-infested crash site. And speaking of monsters, what the? Oh, that's my arms thing. What? Yeah, now. What? It's so weird because it's like they're 34 yet. Practicing your marksmanship, are you? Well, maybe I'll have half a moment's peace to look at this part while you watch my back. Oh, not again. Take care of that, would you, Ronald? Sure. Wildfire. I don't know what that just did, but okay. Oh, okay, so it's 50. So what does it do? Oh yeah, it gives you access to heat blast. That's what it's supposed to... You've been working at those shots, have you, lad? I'd say you're good and ready to... Bloody hell, that's a big one. What is it? That's Robert. Get right. Nice form, lad. Tightly grouped shots now. Was it just me eyes playing tricks, or did some guts drop out of that thing's belly? Hang on. Looks like a bit of machinery. The boss will have a better idea than me. Find it all this way and not for show for it. Aside from your obvious improvements in marksmanship, of course. What is that you have there? And this build out along the creature's innards, she said. Extraordinary. Alright, a Fury, do you know what this is? You found the very component I was searching for. Wonderful, English. Our fortunes took a turn for the better the moment you walked through the workshop doors, Ronald. Finding a rare magic tech part in the beast's belly ain't fortune. That's bloody sorcery. Or so I'd like to think, if I didn't see you shoot the damn thing with my own two eyes. And I worked there, by the way. I can already hear the whirring of my invention coming to life. Come, we must return to the manufactory at once. What are you trying to build? You better not be trying to build a satellite or something crazy. I'm telling you, I'm not dealing with that nonsense. Excuse me? It's like, excuse me? Yeah, we gotta... I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I guess next week. Starting next week. I really want to get my crafting gathering up to max performance for the next patch. That truly was a stroke of luck, Ronald. With that wretched gyroscope in hand, it's only a matter of time until we have a working prototype. Instead of twiddling your thumbs until it's complete, your hands full mastering a new skill. Rockstar bade me pass on to you the particulars of Heat Blast. Train hard. Thank you. We got the Heat Blast. Heat Blast. $40. Rook before you break. Ah, Ronald, splendid. You arrived at the very moment I completed my newest mechanist marvel. Well, within the very hour, at least. 'Tis unfortunate that many Ashgarians cannot appreciate the practicality of my work. People such as my father, for instance. Have you ever thought about showing him what a gun can do? Like, is there not that can be done for this dreadful odor? The days of shunning your nightly training has come to an end. Never should I have allowed you to set foot inside this workshop. Had I but known that the curiosity you displayed as a boy would develop into this all-consuming distraction. Is that all you came to say, Father? Oh, you're distasteful. House Damsel has sounded a call to arms in House Ender. Answer. As you well know, however, our companies are light on lances. If we are to avoid dishonoring our name, every able soldier of my own must take up spear and sword and march to battle. I have no disposition for charging into enemy ranks. But I did not raise a coward. Consider your next words carefully, boy, as manufactory chief, authority to expel anyone from this workshop. On parchment behalf, there's only one chief we answer to. I understand that our ranks have grown thin. Thus is our house in dire need of the support my mech bring. Challenging the might of the dragons with spear and sword is the work of seasoned heroes. Warriors possessed of unflagging stamina and robust physique. Equipped with a firearm, however, even the scrawniest commoner could engage scale demons from afar. Think of it. If the masters were trained in the mechanist profession, the casualties of Fang and Claw would be considerably diminished. But then you won't get rid of all the useless people that they don't like. And companies would soon form the backbone of our defense, and as the master of the manufacturer, would belong to House Harlem. Train the mass. No low-born army could ever replace the contingents of disciplined knights. It is time, my lord. Someone is expected to defend the Sabra is expected to descend on our defenses within the hour. Sabra? You mean to engage the great brute with not knights? What would you have me do? The dragons fly straight as an arrow from our very own skyfire locks. Should we let them be destroyed, the price will be steeped in both coin and honor. Father, you must allow me to deploy my mechanist. Once you have witnessed them in battle, even you will be unable to deny their effectiveness. Do as you will, son. As matters stand, I would not turn away a lame chocobo if it offered to defend our holdings. Be certain to assemble your forces at the locks.
Wait, that's it?
Oh dear, if you allow my passion to inspire my better judgment, and of all things only you have seen true combat. 'Tis to you then that I would entrust the use of my prototype today. The Rook, as I have taken to call it, is an auto-torrent, the type of mechanist weapon that fights on its own. Do you recall Ranson's explanation of the Ethro Transformer? That contraption on your waist. Your waist to convert your body's ether into the lightning aspect energy required to power the torrent. You simply need to activate the weapon, and it will supplement your own attacks. Played householder for long years. Should you employ the Brook for good effect, then we may rid ourselves of both a deadly enemy and my father's antiquated notions in one fell swoop. Alright. Oh, the heat gauge is here. Heat gauge and battery gauge. The battery gauge accumulates when certain actions are performed and allow the placement of a Rook auto torrent, which will attack your target. It also allows deployment of the automaton queen, acquired at 80. Okay. Certain actions are performed and allows the certain actions, huh? Alright, level 7. Securing the locks. Hang on a sec. Well, Rana, as your We are as ready as ready can be. All except for a wayward instructor. Would you be so kind as to locate Rushmore? Inform him of the urgency of our situation. So he is loitering in Foundation somewhere, making his unhurried way to the workshop. Well, of course he is. They always are. But What? Oh, this looks bad. Well, this doesn't look. Ronald, look at this scrag I caught creeping around near the workshop. Up the low, bloody I reckon, so I sent him down for a friendly chat. A dragon attack. And the boss needs every hand on deck, does he? I'll be right there just as soon as I'm done wrangling some answers from this ugly sod. You know where there's one rat, there's always a dozen more. Might be best if you took a quick look around yourself and deal with any troublemakers before. No need to murder anyone, mind. The noise from the gas round ought to scare them off. But didn't you just said don't murder? But I mean, hey, that's how you could have. But Toe, you pup, aren't you? If it's trouble you're looking for, then look no further than that backstabbing Lamencian cur. What? What is that? Unfulfilled dreams. Why is that there? Like that. I have a lot to do tonight. That's the thing. Once again, it is night. Slept all day, and like after this, I have to jump on 11 and actually work on creating the test items for my crafting jobs. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, this is weird. What are you doing? You ain't seen the last of me. The name's the name is Celofax, one of your fellow mechanics. If you didn't know, I was making preparations for a fight with Silvera when that thug Android. Don't bother chasing him. I doubt he knows more than what was paid to do. But he did make it damn clear that someone's out there has a grudge against our workshop. Anyway, I ought to get back to me duties. We ain't never fought in a proper battle, let alone against a monster like Savara. And we need all the advantages we can get. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark. I'm actually gonna take a stab in the dark and assume that that it's actually his the guy's father who keeps showing up and it's like he's setting up a scenario where it's like making it all fail, which is the dumbest thing to do because we need. You just said there's a threat coming and you want to sabotage it? How's everybody trying to fix this? Oh, and cough. I suppose I expect not less from one of Russell's underlings. You learned from a vicious brute himself. He's having the villains. For the safety of his cars, he's shut down. The Roglian Inspector poses as a former Commodore of the Knights of the Barracuda. This is a lie. In truth, he is a bloodthirsty pirate who murdered his entire crew. Oh well. I don't think anybody really cares. No. Whoa, what's that? What is that? Blue Spirit Longbow. I have to run all the way back here. Yeah, problem. Alright, Rena tells me there were villains afoot making trouble for the workshop. Intimidating my mechanists, they said. Or are they? Setting fires and spreading rumors. Joy, too, has overheard foul slander intended to defame our master of marksmanship. You took every care to choose the right employee, my lordship. We could do a lot worse than the former Commodore Olympia Lamenta's Barracudas. What the? No, don't wanna. Yep. And now half of Ishgard thinks he's lying, that he's a con with terrible crimes. Someone seek to harm the manufacturing standing with these attacks. His character, I'm sorry, I know your association with the mechanists have taught you not but ridicule and insult. Don't blame yourself, Wallace. After all, more than half that stuff's probably true. I was the Commodores of the Kudas. Right up until I got kicked out on my ass for making a bloody mess of things. That's why you found me in Camp Overlook. I was there to visit one of me old underlings. Of course, he'd rather take another axe to the face before he talked to me. Me mistakes cost some more than others. There's no bastard in Lanaska has called me friend. Your mysterious rival must have learned to be tarnished past because they offered a fortune for me to accept the job as your master of marksmanship. I suppose they thought the workshop would be ruined once the truth behind me charming reputation became common knowledge. But as it turns out, I don't take kindly to being some faceless bastard's puppet. So I took the coin and yours and made for the hills. I had no intention of fulfilling the contract, not until your adventurer went and got me fired up about teaching and truth. That said, there ain't not in my agreement that says I gotta fight bleeding dragons, and these students will give the better showing without me there growling over their shoulders anywhere. Though his support would be missed, but it's perhaps correct in his assumption. Our demonstration will be all the more impressive for his absence. Let us check our weapons one last time and assemble at Skyfire Locks. Yes, let us do the thing. Alright, so where? Oh, we're going to the place. Wait, there's achievements here? The eyes have it. Oh. Is that happening? Oh, that's famous to me. Have to look that up. Find out where that is. Yeah. That's kind of sad because I haven't really figured out how to use this weapon yet. 44. But I'm on 50. Allow me to brief you on our defensive strategy. Arrow the Dragon. and its minions arrive. Atop each of the 3 locks, we have placed a dragon slaying cannon. The mechanism shall be to defend the cannons for Savra's lesser kin. Oh yeah. You'll find the lock. You will find a lock in the northeast. It's mainly steps of the faith. Just little. A lock to the northwest. And a lock to the south. I will track the concentrations of our enemy and direct you to the cannon most in need of protection. The dragons come. Everyone in your positions. It's happening! It's happening! Oh. Oh, jeez. They say unstoppable, and it's like, really? Fire the laser. And I need to change that in the future. I have control. It's over. We did it. Well, Father, do you see now? We might prevail against dragons without risking the lives of our soldiers. 'Tis the most impressive display, I must admit. Your commoners acquitted themselves admirably. Thought I heard the terrible din of cannons being fired, and what do I? Looking in the snow with their low-born lackeys. After providing you with this opportunity to prove the ailing reputation of your noble house, does the consideration of House Dismail not merit a formal reply? Lord something. Lord, I don't care. My apologies. The foe was upon us ere we could put coral to parchment. A company of soldiers. Your dear son was as ardent in his knightly training as he is with his idle tinkering. There is not idle in my work. Not to speak such insults, had you. And sure. Oh, he's one of them people. Oh. If you're so confident in these mechanisms of yours, mayhap you should enter them in an upcoming tourney. Mayhap I shall. Upon my oath, we will tarnish Guard's tradition-bound combat upon its ears. The Holy Sea's adjudicators will be most impressed when your low-born rabble is chopped to pieces by detested blades of noble. Oh yeah. That's if they can get close enough. My son, what have you done? The tournament is a stage upon which is flaunted the might and mettle of the four grey houses. Only the finest knights are chosen to participate. Even with the aid of your mechanists, our battered ranks stand little chance of victory. Must we now parade our shame before the highest echelons of the Holy See? Do not be so swift to dismiss our chances, Father. I give you my word, House Halloranite will leave the contest with its pride intact. And furthermore, should we win, I will have your word that you shall yield the running of the manufactory to me. Very well, my stubborn boy. And whether you win or no, you be sure to give House Desmond a darn good pummeling. I shall see it, my father. He will not disappoint you. Yeah. Oh, we're still going. Ronald, by virtue of your undeniable expertise, my father has at last recognized the value of Makichoshi, but we cannot stop at but one hard-headed night. This tournament will be our opportunity to demonstrate to all and sundry the potential of our profession. Has a dislike for commoners such as me. If me per se substantials cause you more trouble, then maybe I should quit the manufactory. Pay no mind to that peeping fop lass. He's all piss and wind. Even as I sought to needle me in such a matter, it's not you, my dear, that you despise. 'Tis the mingling of highborns and lowborns. House Demso has a powerful family, and their talent for the building of fortifications has brought them vast wealth and influence. Staunch allies of House Durandero, the Demso has been party to a number of significant victories. Thus do they stand at the peak of Ishgard's society, looking down their noses at any who do not share their noble pedigree. If you truly wish to please me, then I would have you shine your brightest in the tournament and wipe that arrogant smirk from his face. Shall we be on our way? Apparently there's a fate happening in behind me. Where's the... Oh, it's over there. That's the enemy you have to fight. Oh, okay, that's nice. Excuse me. I must confess my misgivings to you, Ronald. When Curry asked to our chance of victory, my prospector made her turn an unfavorable result. We triumphed over dragons, 'tis true, but such a battle has not fared us to face coordinated parties of season knights by me. Simply not ready. 'Tis fortunate then that the tournament is yet some days away. Let us keep such disheartening talk from our colleagues and continue to train them and ourselves for the contest ahead. Man, we're only on 40. Yeah. These take a while. Going from 30 to 50 with these. Your training needs a pace, I trust. Stay a while and we can discuss our strategy for the tournament. I'm going to say tournament. Because it sounds like it says toiletry. Toiletry. To appear, everyone is present, even our dear instructors, so let us delve into the particulars of the upcoming contest. Now, the degree of favor the Holy See bestows is much influenced by the outcome of the tournament. Tourney. Hold on. Hang on. Tourney. Tourney. It's the outcome of the tourney. As do the nobles that are only their most able champions. I assume that Ted. I assume that Ted, I'll shorten it all the way down to Ted, is small-minded, Malicalis, seeks to humiliate us before the adjudicators, and thereby convince the Holy See to cease the flow of funds to the manufactory. I don't understand, my lordship. Most Ishgarians are hardly aware that mechanics exist. Why do we so grab Lord Ted's attention? That's cause likely noticed that your firearm can kill a man with not but your dainty little finger of the trigger. 'Tis the same reason there's laws in Lips and Lamenta which prevent any old drunken horseman from carrying a musket. An Ishgard's hierarchy ain't exactly fair and measured now, is it? If you arm the lowest folk on the ladder with weapons like ours, then you can be sure as the tide that their barrels soon be porting towards the overprivileged bastards who stand at the top. But as you say, most of the nobles don't seem to understand the threat that an army of mechanics can pose. This Ted bloke is a step ahead, I'll give him that much. That's true. Imagine giving every Commodore a gun. And then having them march on the nobles. The nobles would not stand a chance. And that's what Ted sees. He's a despicable fellow, but also uncommonly clever. Even so, he has failed to arrive at the most obvious conclusion. A well-trained and well-armed populace would straighten Ishgar's defenses tenfold. And if we are to convince the Holy See of that fact, then we must claim victory at the tourney. You're getting something special in mind then? Oh, you got something special in mind then? I've been considering several strategies, but to practice them here in plain view of our adversaries would void our effectiveness. We must need look further afield for a suitable location to trade. Bloodshore and Eastern Lanaska ought to do the trick. Now secure us a place where we can shoot to our heart's content. Joy, pray make preparations for the journey after you have attended to your duties at the manor, of course. As for you, Ronald, I would have you test another of my innovations. Remain behind and I shall make some adjustments to your Ethero transformer. Really? Oh, that's a whole fun. But with my duplicity, Ronald. That talk of adjustments were merely an excuse so that we may speak alone. Now you heard me boast to my father that mechanic companies could form the backbone of our defense. That was something of an exaggeration. When it comes to gigantic dragons, one may as well be firing at the size of a barbican. And the tourney, however, the lesser size of our opponents will work against us. It requires intensive training to constantly track and score hits against targets that are both small and agile. Well, yeah. As there is but little time left before the contest, our victory will depend largely upon the skill contribution. If Joy is able to display even a fraction of your battle savvy, then the reputation of the mechanics will flourish. Thus, I need you to attend our practice with undivided focus, shining example to which she might aspire. Blood on the sands. Oh, that's level 45. Once Joy has completed her task at the manor, it can be off to Bloodshow. Wonder what could be keeping her trip to the market to restock the some such. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, hello, Ron. You must be here to get in some practice before the big contest. I'll be ready just as soon as I've hauled my to the manor. If I'm to continue my training, I can't be shrieking me other chores. I made a promise to the Count. But I won't keep you waiting much longer. I'll run to the manor with what I've got. Okay. I'm stronger than I look. Maybe you could eye on this other sack until I get back. Shouldn't. I'm taking the sack. The sack is mine. I control the sack. Oh, we have to go high. Alright, here we are. I haven't been in Ishgard in a long time, so it's kind of like... Ishgard is a very confusing place to try and run around in. We might have to go higher. That or just use the Aetherite Shard. Which I should technically be using always. But... okay. I don't know, what are you doing here? Who's watching the other sack? I have the sack. And you're on Joy, I hear, are you? Very good. This was the last of her tasks for today, so she is free to assist in work. Pray return to your tourney preparations. Helping me, of course, but I appreciate you helping his lordship even more. The Count was against me becoming a mechanist. He knew that my dad's too feeble to work, though, and was kind enough to let me keep me place on the manor staff. My family and on the streets. If it weren't for this job, and I can't thank him enough, sometimes it doesn't feel right that I repay him by spending half my time at the tree. But maybe now that you're around, won't need me to be a mechanist anymore. I never thought of it that way. Well, We should be getting ourselves to Bloodshore. Yes! Let's go to Bloodshores. Large pup. Oh, the Bloodshores. Let's begin, shall we? Our objective will be to explore the most effective methods of countering opponents. If a knight cannot reach you, he cannot hurt you. Thus, we shall concentrate on those mechanistic skills that hinder movement. I have prepared a crate of aromatic meats said to be irresistible to giant crabs. Imagine the shell-covered creatures lured by its sense to be enemy knights and form tactics to prevent their advances. Okay. Should the box be broken open, that know your defeat. Let's see what strategies you can devise. The usual. Run around and shoot. That's all it is. Run around and shoot things. Oh, are they coming? Oh, yeah, there they come. It is. This ain't go as planned. Wait a sec. Some of them do not look like. Set up your turret. I don't have a turret, sir. I mean, I do, but it's like I don't have access to it at the moment. Okay, now I do. And I think that's supposed to do anything for us. Actually. Maybe we can help her with things and then I'm gonna have to change that. Because that's not good. Alright. You sure? What thing? It's got to set the blood. Reload! Oh my god. The thing from the deep. That's good. That last fellow was rather unexpected, but you handled him nonetheless. Well done. Your performance has prompted my prospectometer and inspired me with entirely new strategies. If I may, Chip, seeing how well Ronald is coming along, maybe you don't need me in the tourney no more. Whatever could make you think of that, my dear. I need you now more than ever. The sight of you, a commoner with scanning battle experience, sending seasoned knights stumbling and sprawling, will open the eyes of the holy sea. Why, you shall be the bullet that pierces their tradition-bound hearts. Very well, my lordship. I'll do my best in the name of House Halloran for both you and the Count. That's the spirit. Now I must return to the workshop. Fine showing out there, Ronald. Joy's lack of enthusiasm troubles me somewhat. For the moment her hand closes around her dog, she'll be as ferocious as ever. Each against the Mechanist. The day of the tourney is finally upon us. This is it, Ronald. This is the Mechanist's moment of truth. Pray gather our colleagues together. Joy should be just outside performing some last moment firearm inspections, and Well, Joy may have a better idea of his whereabouts. Oh, Ronald, someone has broken into our storage crates and smashed all the firearms. I must tell his lordship. No, the other crates first, or maybe. Oh, what did we do? Relax. Giving in to the panic won't help us none. I'll see what's becoming of the rest of the weapons, and then report my findings to his lordship. As I saw, he was getting some fresh air out behind the workshop. Don't look now, lad, but I think we got visitors again. Stubborn. Smashed up our fire, and it seems whatever scrag it is, once it's gone, is done with being subtle. We best run all the rest of these thugs before they decide to set fire to the place. You know what to do? Warning us. So we don't bring the wrath of the Temple Guards around us. Alright. Alright. Who did it? I do suffer. You again? Oh, 'twas my idea. This person ain't worth getting shot at. Well, you're not getting shot, you're just getting the warnings. Where'd you come from? I don't know where I come from. It came from anywhere. Ronald, are you quite alright? Our fine instructor here tells me you've both been chasing off hired miscreants. Yeah, I'm afraid the damage has already been done, my lordship. Even after scrapping together our spares and half the weapons we need for the tornado. Just have to do it. It's be difficult, I know, but still have a chance. I was like, someone fired a damn cannon or something. Is that? Oh, they are. Our torrent. We must have missed one of the shite-eating bastards. That's it then. We have to forfeit contest. Nope. There's yet time to remedy this. These efforts to confound our chances serve but to stroke the fires of my determination. Pray accompany back inside, Ron. Ronald, Joy, lead your fellow mechas to the tornado field and don your mask of supreme confidence. Our mysterious enemy is distracted by your show of bravado. Work to replace the damaged firearms. But how can you craft so many weapons before? The short of it is, I cannot. Not to my usual exacting specification card. Only the four of us must be aware of the poor quality of our replacements. You and Joy must need to fight that much harder to compensate for your colleagues' lack of firepower. I'll do my best to keep the others in high spirits too. Me apologies. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop or nothing, but when I heard the noise, there's not for it. Welcome to the conspiracy. Welcome to the conspiracy, everybody. Formidable foes, meager chance of success. This shall be a victory worthy of song. Wait, that's the end of the quest? You mean there's another one? Would that the odds were not so heavily stacked against us, but we cannot let a few setbacks stand in the way of our moment of glory. Ah, there it is. And our armor, too. Ricochet. I mean, oh, that's our AoE. Ah, we have done all that can be done. 'Tis time we join our companions and survey the field on which the tourney is to take place. You are familiar with Camp Dragonhead, I trust? Its grounds should make for an interesting arena. Yeah. I used to run in circles at that place. And drop. Good, good. You've come. The other houses have yet to build their forces, meaning we have time to expect the arena and formulate a winning strategy. Are you certain of your preparations, my son? These tales I heard of higher thugs terrorizing mechanists and destroying equipment do not fill me with confidence. Pray remember that the collective gaze of Ishgard shall be focused on this contest. Of course, showing will cost us our funding from the Holy See and cast an uncertain shadow over the future of the manufactory. I have never been more ready, Father. Now relinquish your doubts, find yourself a nice vantage point, and enjoy the spectacle. I'm off to find a perch myself. But here's one piece of advice before I go. Make the most of the terrain. There's a few choice spots where I lay in ambush or expect me enemies to lay one for me. Just be sure that you're giving the place a good once over. Of course. Give the word, we shall endeavor to learn the lay of the land. We're really gonna do that. Oh, my goodness. We're going into that. Unless you would rather simply begin the tourney, which I'm gonna start because it won't matter. Huh? Sure, the match. Huh? And an offensive push. Right, inspect the ambush site. Let's take a look at this ambush site. When emerge and assault the enemy standard or modeled signal. Oh god. If our defenses appear weak, he will commit his forces to an end. This sounds so complicated. See it for yourself. Come on, everybody has to jump like me. Okay, let me not. She just ran through. What is this then? Leave here for many niggas. Everyone just stand back and just let me kill everything. Just do all sorts of damage. I'm just saying. It's Ted's in the night. It's Ted. Time for that TED talk. The manufacturing workers are in all their glory. I imagine there are many who are curious, even eager to witness you fight this day. Overtails Demsmail will end this mockery of a contest all too quickly. Bolster all you will. We honor remains of your standard speaker. Yeah, you kind of need to load the data in. What? What you said? Yeah, I'm not designed for this. Because I don't have my gear set to be optimized for this. All we're gonna do is just take down one. You have to heal yourself. That's funny. Yeah, I don't have... No. I don't have the damage output for this. That's the problem. Because my gear is so low level. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to win this. I can already tell. Unless we could clean house over here. Yeah, unless we can clean house. I should have got my equipment sorted out before doing this. But I just realized we can also put it on super easy. I just hope we don't have to do that whole ordeal where we have to look at the lay of the land and stuff. Yeah, I can't even gather a seed. It's really bad. can put it on very easy. Oh no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Man, oh, that's so bad. This is bad. Somebody should message them about doing something about this. About the fact that if you fail this, you don't have to run through the lay of the land again. Literally doing this part. Oh, come on. I got things to do, man. I've already wasted too much time doing this. Like I said, from 30 to 50, it's like it's literally like 2 hours to try and do all this at once. This is kind of why I wait until level 80 and stuff, and then do all of it. But I've noticed this thing where it's like, if I do that, I'm missing a lot of my abilities. So it's like, I'm missing a lot of my abilities, and it makes it that much harder to do anything in this game, really. Oh. Could have just. I should have learned. I should have learned Dancer, because it's at 60, and honestly, I could have just did that. If I fail again, I have no choice but to go get better gear. I don't even know if I can, considering. Come on, let's start. Well, that's a little better. It's on very easy now. There's a healer. This guy's got to go. Are you trying to say there's no one watching? Yeah, I can't. Even on very easy, it just... Yeah, my gear is not optimized for this, apparently. Should have known. Well, at least I'm taking that. It'd be a shame if everybody decided to gang up on him. Like I said, it'd be a shame if everybody decided to gang up on him. What do you do if you have no more souls? Oh no. It looks like... I mean, what do you do if you have no one left to fight? Wow, I could have just came here. I can drain this thing faster than I thought. Guys gonna help? Are you guys gonna help in the background? Boy, forget, like I said, forget strategy, just brute force it. It's like, destroy everyone and then you'll be fine. Because not only did we win, it was annoying though. Five. So you can get 5 of those in. Bring it up. There! Now we're done. I'm just, who's it? Congratulations, Magnus. You have proven yourself not entirely without merit. As Denzel will gladly welcome your inclusion. Those next company of reinforcements. Your novel toys confounded my knights and won you this game of flags. I would see, however, how you fare against adversaries who seek not to break your standard, but to spill your life's blood. May the day soon come when we fight side by side. That's all for my TED Talk. Mayhap then you shall understand why the knight is the master of the battlefield. It doesn't matter who's on the battlefield. Well done, my son. You have triumphed against all that would see you fail. Of course, Father, there is no difficulty that may overcome. A Torne victory. How many years has it been? At last, do we begin to reclaim the influence we have lost? And there shall be more to come, as long as you are true to your word. That means no more bemoaning my knightly skills, no more disruptive visits to the workshop. I hereby relinquish to you full authority of the manufactory. May your mechanists be the spears that pierce our foes and the shields that defend our walls. Do as you will, my son, for the glory of Ishgard and her people. The age of the mechanist has begun, my friends. Follow me, and together we shall ring the rusted elements of the old guard. Ah! Are we done? Again? It never is. It was a hard-won battle, Ronald, but your keen grasp of tactics carried the day, and that is to say not of your ever-growing skills with a firearm. With this victory, I have become the manufacturer's chief of both name and deed, and to make the most of my newfound freedom. Indeed, my first act upon returning to the workshop was to improve upon the Ether Transformer. Well, this latest model is yours, with my thanks. The Torne exposed certain inaccuracies in the design for which I have endeavored to compensate. Use it well, Ronald. Yeah. Yeah! Ricochet! That only took forever! I'm a mechanist, not a man. Nice. That's actually good that we have that done, you know. Until next week. Hopefully. Alright, that's Miss Shirkana. Alright, that's it. We will, well, I might just do one thing a day on this to get stuff done. But yeah, that's all for now. I did it. Mechanist is level, at least the plot line is at 50. I have all my, I'm gonna probably get my gear set up for, start leveling to 60 now. But until next time, everyone. Bye.